Hey guys, I'm going to be doing another video about my program Red Apple. I'm going to be showing you some of the code, just a little bit. I don't want to make the video too long, but I'm going to be showing you some of the code of my program Red Apple. It's a browser if you guys haven't known that already, or if you have just come to my channel or found the video, or whatever the circumstances may be. But basically, it's a program that I made in Visual Studio. It's a browser. It's called Red Apple, and it does whatever other browsers do. It searches the web. But basically, in this video, I'm going to be showing you some of the code and telling you about it, to kind of telling you like how it works. Not all of it, because like that's going to be a long video. It's 2,000 lines of code. Sorry, I'm taking a drink. But basically, I'm going to be showing you some of the code and talking about how I'm going to, well, not how, but possibly doing tutorials on, so you can make a simple browser like I have done. I just pretty much looked up how to make a browser, did a simple browser with refresh, back buttons, search, and it just did what I told it to do. It just searched certain web pages and stuff, and now I'm just adding on a whole bunch and whole bunch more. But basically, that's what I'm going to be doing, and hopefully I can make tutorials so you guys can learn some coding. And if you already know some coding, maybe I can teach you something. But basically, I wanted to show you some code. Now this is my code for my program. So this is what you see when it first starts up. This form, and it excuse me, this is the top menu basically, and in this white area is the tab control, and this is where when you first start it up, it's google.com. Now here's the code for the form. Basically, yeah, it's just a lot to explain, but in my tutorials I'll explain it some more and make it simple so you guys can start making your own browser. So this is the loading event. So this is all this information that it shows or does when it's loading. I can describe this if-in statement. Basically, when you first start it up, like I'll show you here, it'll say connecting to Red Apple server. So it just ran all this stuff, and then it came to here, if my.computer.network is available. So basically, if you're connected to the internet and equals true, so if you're connected to the internet and you can receive and transmit packets of data, and if it's true, then it'll say connecting to Red Apple server, as it shows here. Now when I click OK, it'll go on to the next thing, because this is true. Now if it's not true, it's an else statement, which means if none of that's true, then it goes down to message box disconnected. Please check your local connection. So I click OK, that's skipped, right? So I'm going to show you if it's disconnected. So I'm going to disconnect my internet here. Disconnect. So when I run, it'll say this error message. It'll say disconnect, please check your local area. So I'm disconnected. It's saying that I'm disconnected, obviously. So I'm going to connect it back, click OK, and then it obviously says this stuff because I'm not connected. It ran like that. It's still trying to connect, I think. Okay, there we go. I didn't even click connect. My bad. Oh, my internet's... Okay, there we go. It's working. But basically, if I run it again, it'll say I'm connected. So that's how that works. And down here, it pretty much .go home means it's going to load the google.com, because that's how I have it set in the other code. In the down the page, it's my home page is set. So .go home equals google.com basically. This is for the update feature. So this is this is a private sub in the code below. So if you don't know what private sub is, basically private sub is pretty much a function and how it's handled. So the updates, so if I wanted to put a loading event in here, I'll just copy this and then put it in here. But basically the updates is something in the coding below and down in the page. I'll show you guys that in a little bit. But this line of code right here basically means in the tab control, as a web browser, if there's a script error, I told it to be suppressed equals true. So if a script occurs, it suppresses it, and I think it automatically clicks yes without you seeing it. So basically, whatever script errors pop up, they basically don't show. That's what I'm trying to say. This basically adds a new tab, like I commented here. This basically removes a tab. This one shows the basic properties of the HTTP protocol. So basically it shows like security certificates for the certain web page and basic properties that like are in all web browsers. The refresh button, so basically it refreshes the page. To go forward, this one basically means if whatever's in combo box 1.txt, it treats it as a string to a URL. So basically, if you type into combo box 1, which is the URL box right here, it'll treat it as a URL. So it's facebook.com, it goes to Facebook. Now these are all the different social links that I have over here, and I tried to describe it to you in the previous video of how it works. But basically, if combobox2.txt, which is right here, equals Facebook, so if you click Facebook, then combobox1.txt right here equals facebook.com, and it performs the search.click, and that goes for all the different options. I don't want to explain all of them because it's pretty much doing the different thing, or it's the same thing just differently because you're selecting like Weather Channel or Gmail or Yahoo. But basically that's how that works. This is the later on in the code that I was talking about. Combobox1.txt equals google.com, and it performs button 2.perform click. So basically, when the form loads, it calls it from here, and combobox1.txt equals google.com, and it automatically performs the click of the search button. So it always goes to google.com. This is just the ticker text of when you're receiving different data, like it says waiting for google.com. It should appear right here, but I have it disabled because for some reason, instead of showing where it's coming from, it just says toolstrip status label 1.txt, and it shouldn't, so that's not working. Like I said, I commented right here, it's not working. This code just basically shows you a message box, and it opens the help.show, which is this form. And then on in the code, this if ekey.code equals keys.enter. So basically, if the enter key is pressed, then button 2.perform click, which is the search, and that's for the combo box 1.key down. So whatever's in the combo box 1, and if you click enter, it acts like any other browser. Instead of clicking the search button itself, you can click enter, and it does the same thing. Same thing with combo box 2, 3, 4, 5, and then down to here. You can add a tab, so I did it this way for adding a window. Basically, it starts a process from the program files, red apple bin debug redapple.exe. So basically the same place that you called the program when you first opened it. So basically it runs a new process of the program, and pretty much it's a new window. So it's rerunning the program with leaving the other previous process there. So basically you have two red apples running. This is the go back function. So if you go back in the browser, select all, it selects all the combo box 1, which combo box 1, like I said, is the URL box. So like facebook.com, if you click select all in the tool strip, which is right here, if I click select all, it selects all the information that's in the combo box 1. Close, it's the exit tool strip. So basically file and then exit. Close means it closes the entire program. The about, it just shows the message box saying thank you for using the red apple. I'm pretty sure you guys clicked that. Now this is the color changer right here. Please select a color for red apple. So it tries to dim DLG as color dialog equals new color dialog. So basically it's creating a color dialog, so when you click on this, it opens up the color dialog to change the color. Now if dlg.showDialog equals system.windows.forms.dialog result.ok, then it should change the status strip color, the menu strip color, the entire back color of the form, button 1, button 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then all those equals the dlg.color. So whatever you select up here, which is dlg.color equals me.backcolor. So whatever you select for the back color of the form, which is the first option that you get, so if you change it from red to like blue, all those things change to blue. I'll demonstrate that in just a minute. Like if I start it right here, okay, it has to go through all this to show you if you're connected or not. You have the current version. Now if I click change colors, it'll say change, or click the checkbox up here, it'll appear. Now if I click it, it says please select a color for red apple. You click OK. Now if I want it to be light blue or whatever, robin egg blue, whatever you want to call it, click OK and it changes the entire thing. Now that's how that works. Now going back to form 1, that's basically what I just showed you. If you click the change browser colors in the status strip, it shows you the message and that changes the checkbox once visible to true. And if it's not, which it's impossible if it's not, because you just did the process in doing that, but then end if. So I need to catch it as an exception, but yeah, never mind guys, I'm kind of rambling on. But this is these two box of codes basically makes everything work for the show and hide extras. So this is pretty much how it works. It's kind of self-explanatory. If like the combo box 2.visible equals false, so the visibility of it, so if you can see it, equals false. So I'm gonna show you how that works by running the program again. It's kind of hard to explain without actually showing you. So basically it hides this. See how it disappeared and then it shows, hide, show. So that's how that works. And then up here, this is just a test. Like I said in my comment, this is basically a test. I was just testing how some code works. But if you click on this picture box with the padlock, it pretty much tells you that red apple has crashed, but it hasn't really. So that's just a test. So don't think that the program's crap or whatever. I can take it out right now and show you. But basically, the next thing, this is for programs. Like I said, they're not in there anymore. So basically, I'm showing you a message box saying please accept our apologies because, you know, like, I'm sorry, like the programs I might be including in there in the next release. It's just taking some time to code them, but they might be in there. This next thing is basically form 2.show. So this is form 2 and it shows that. Excuse me, I have to take a drink. In the next line of code, this basically shows the update stuff, and this is running on like I showed you in the loading events. This is the updates thing I was talking about. So basically it loads all this stuff and it runs this on the loading event, so right when you load up red apple. And then also on button 7. So button 7 is this, the update button. So when you click it, it runs the same thing basically. In that case, like, so if there was an update when you first ran the program and there's an update when you're running the program, it doesn't show you until you click the update or when you restart the program. So that's handy for that. This is basically if you want to install our contact tool, dim mess as string, so mess equals message box. So basically you have to do that to choose different options if you click yes or no. So if they click no, then me.fresh, basically refreshing the form and resuming what you're doing. Else, so if none of that's true, it'll try to show the message box, please install the optic font, and it points you to the release folder that contains the optic font and the contact tool installer. And that's pretty much the end of the code for form 1. Here's the code for this the form. So on the loading events of, oh wait, this doesn't have loading events, my bad. So basically button 1 is button 1, the Dominion. It'll take you to our contact us, and then the next one is the support form and takes you to the forum. And then me.close is basically the close. When it's me.close or me.whatever, it's talking about that form. So it'll just close this form. On to the next thing, form 2. This is the form right here. And basically it shows like internet server status, service pack, operating system. And this is the code to explain it. I'm not going to go into it, but that's pretty much all, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please subscribe and like the video. I'm going to be doing tutorials on how to make a simple browser for you guys, so stay tuned for new videos on that. And like I said again, thank you guys so much for watching. It helps me out a lot, and please subscribe and like the video. See you guys later.